can you tell us your name and your level of study?
My name's Sadie and I'm in grade 12.
My name is Aiden. I'm in grade 8 going into grade 9 this summer.
My name is Danny and I'm in grade 11 going into grade 12.
My name is Pierce and I'm going into my first year at Humber College.
My name is Kaya and I'm going into grade 10.
Hi, I'm Sarah McRae and I'm a recent university graduate.
Before the OGen workshops, what did the law mean to you?
To me, the law was kind of this, almost like a cloud, like I didn't really know a lot about it. So after the OGen workshop, I kind of got more broad understanding of what the law is and our rights.
Well, it was kind of like the set of rules that everybody has to live by in society.
I think law are just a couple of rules and they are very abstract because I don't have a good knowledge about them. And I only know that they are the things that protect us.
Take police, for example. I was always like super intimidated around them. Like anytime I see them, I try to avoid them as much as I can or avoid eye contact. Not because I've ever done anything, I haven't.
The law basically meant things that we couldn't do for society, like in terms of being a law-abiding citizen. So basically it's things that you can't do or you'll get penalized.
The law is something that we have to stay between. That's what I thought before the OGen workshops. I thought we had to follow it, and if we didn't, then we'd get punished for it.
I used to just be super scared of the police, but then one of the workshops that we actually had a police officer come in, and it kind of showed how like human they really are. They're not like the monsters that the media kind of portrays them to be.
After the workshop, do you feel more empowered as a citizen?
Definitely. I think one of the first things about empowerment is education. So maybe you may not practice it in the beginning, but the fact that you do know this stuff and know this knowledge is the first step.
What have you learned about advocacy?
Well, I learned that it's like super important to, first of all, have somebody there that can speak up for you, and it's also just as important to actually do the speaking up.
What is one thing you would want to explore more of after learning more about the law?
After learning about laws, I want to learn how to use these laws to protect our rights because even though we have learned laws, we have to know how to use them to protect us, like how to being courageous and when we are exposed into a very dangerous place. So I think we should learn these kind of things.
Do you think it's important for youth to know about their rights?
Definitely, I think it's very important for youth to learn about their rights because if they don't know, then when they grow up, they're not going to be able to know what they can and cannot do.
Most definitely, especially people that are immigrants or people just coming into this country, it's very important to know your rights because you shouldn't let anyone scare you or feel like you should be scared of like authority.
After the workshop, do you feel more empowered as a citizen?
Yes, because I've learned a lot of knowledge about laws and most importantly, I have known how to protect my rights by using these laws.
Especially after the workshops have I felt more empowered because it showed us that we actually have a choice and we don't just have to do what people tell us all the time.
What is one thing you would want to explore more of after learning more about the law?
I would like to explore about workers' rights. I know as a young person I used to work and it was easier to say yes to your boss, but you don't necessarily know if that's the law to say yes to longer hours or whatever. So I think it's great to learn more about workers' rights.
What was the most interesting thing that you learned?
The most interesting thing that I learned was that us as people, everyone has a word. We don't just have to follow what everyone tells us to. We can actually speak up.
I think one of the most interesting things was learning all of our options as a youth of where we can go if we have problems because I never really knew there were so many people out there that are willing to help us.
So the citizen arrest, I think is a very interesting point, and there are also my mates think that whether we can, as a citizen, whether we can arrest a policeman when we see them behave badly. I think it's first I think it's very funny, but then I think if I think deeply, it's very profound.
In one word, how would you describe your experience with the OGen project?
Learning!